regime, I will not score them a pass mark. Get me right here, because I belong to the people. I will never score this present regime a pass mark. I am working, coordinating a program that belongs to the federal government under the present regime. You know my intervention program. I'm doing in partnership with the federal government. But if you ask me to score this government, I will not score the performance. I will score them below average. I'll tell you why. Hunger still remains very valid. You know hunger? Food crisis is still very much there. Youth unemployment is still very high. Household poverty is widespread. The hardship we face is second to nothing. I will score them less than average. And that's why I am stepping in, because I see a window of opportunity to help. That is why I am in alignment with the federal government to drive the youth intervention program that will help engage the youth to become participants in the economy, to help grow the economy, create jobs, have those youths de-radicalized. I don't belong to the APC. I am working with the federal government because this government belongs to everybody, whether you're IPC, PDP, whoever you go, even if you don't have a card of any party or a voter's card, still you are in Nigeria, and for as long as you are a young person, you deserve the right to benefit from the welfare that should come from this government or any other government. I will score this government below average. But having said that, the North do not have any moral right to complain about what this government is doing right or not doing right. Buhari started the retrogression of this, our economy, and what Asewaju is facing today was inherited from the failure of the Buhari's government. Why didn't the northern people call for an end to Buhari's government? Buhari's first tenure was a disaster, and that was why the second election he wasn't sure to win. Even INEC was aware. That was why you had those manipulated processes. I watched a clip when he was voting. He had to take a stop and peep to see who the wife was voting for. Nobody can call me to come and explain that. We all saw it. Buhari ran the worst first tenure of any presidency in this country. Where were the northerners? You are talking about Shettima. Can you place Shettima and Professor Simba just side by side and compare who is smarter, who is more exposed, who is more productive? Of course, Tobajo is a brain boss. Was he not sidelined? With the first tenure of Buhari, reading with e-head, God bless his soul. Right? This man will travel for months without transmitting to the vice president the authorization to act on his behalf. Were the not comfortable with that? Is this country a country that belongs to one part of the nation, so that whatever they do, whether right or wrong, is never criticized or condemned? They have no reason to cry. The South will do another 4 years to complete 8 years. Don't forget how Jonathan was chased out of power because they continued to agitate for the unfinished period that Yar'Adua was supposed to stay. Right? And they had their way. A Southerner, of course, must complete the next 4 years. And as it is realistically, I don't see a Southerner who is prepared enough to take over power from the incumbent. Whether the incumbent or someone else, Power rotation has a format, a style, a standard, 8 years. So whoever from the north that has ambition should hold on till 2031. So having said that, don't forget I told you point blank that there is hunger. Do you know how many medical bills I paid, school fees I paid, food money I paid as a humanitarian activist through my foundation? You'll see there is hardship. People are suffering. People are in pains. People are in anguish. You can't overrule that fact. And that is why they will not stop this government up to average. There is still a long way to go. Jobs are not there. Nothing is there. But I still believe in this government because I have a platform through which I can contribute my quota. Between now and 2027, Asiwaju remains the president. The only way he can be edged out is through the ballot, not through protest or not through all kinds of things. And that is why I told you, all this coalition or no coalition, forget, they are illusions. The only force is the force that people like me will sit orchestrate, the way we orchestrated that democratic revolution, which we later named after Peter Obi, which brought Peter Obi from obscurity to where Obi became, to the point that Obi defeated Asiwaju in Lagos presidential. Do you know what it means to defeat Asiwaju in Lagos? If the man Obi was serious, he was not, if he wasn't a baby politician, he was a man who manages people and processes well. That election was an election for him, not for any other person. But Asiwaju came from behind and took over that power. He remains the president, we must all recognize. And if there are things we can do to support his government, good enough. But this government has also done some certain things right. The tax reform bill is a very good one. You can't take that away from him. The local government autonomy is a very good one. You cannot take that one away from him. Those two things are good enough for me to say, okay, if I rate a man from 1 to 10, he could do two things right. If he's supported and well guided and given all the encouragement needed, he can do third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, even the 10th one right. That is my point.
So, sir, let's